I'm gonna let Kevin finish setting it up, and I'm gonna just put the tape on this one.
Well, I guess I wait for him to plug it in.
Get your free call.
Well, he's trying to get that other camera to work. Supposedly the audio is on. Here you go.
Hey everybody, this is Clay here. Hopefully this thing's working. Kevin said it was, so we'll see what happens. We're watching the finals of the Chaska Curling Center here. We got Team Just Clean with Sean Banier, Aiden Oldenburg, Eric Quiscard, and Chase Ebling against Team, I believe it's Ball Podhradsky. On that team we got Will Podhradsky, Carl Ball, DJ Johnson, and Luis Yen. So the game has begun. I know Kevin's working on some issues with the other camera on the far end, so unfortunately we can't see what's going on very well. Yeah. It is on the upper screen, and there's nothing in the house right now, so I think so. I hope so. If not, then I'm talking to nobody. Except Leo. Leo's sitting here next to me.
Where can I view this on?
So I think it's on the Chaska Community Center YouTube page or something. Let
me do an audio quality check.
I guess I don't know. Wow, I'm trying to get this thing to.
Sounds good.
Is it going?
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, apparently you guys can hear me. That's a positive.
Well, look what we can have on the web.
I'll have Jeff join you.
Oh, is it me and Jeff now?
Well, for a while, I got to try to figure out why that's not working.
Yeah, we're having some issues with the camera on the far end. So, we're hopefully going to get that figured out. Looks like we got a corner guard for Team Ball Podhradsky, and there's a rock in the. Looks like it's in top 4, and Just Clean's going to hit that right now. So I know you can't see it, but we got looks like a pretty wide open end so far. It's not like rubbing against my shirt and causing weird noises or anything, is it?
No, but you probably want to kind of like, maybe even just do it on this side.
There we go. There we go. Looks like we had a nose hit there, so Just Clean is sitting 1 in the top 8 foot, essentially just off center line. Yeah. Did you find it?
You want to fill in for a little bit?
Leo found it, and Leo sounds like Leo can hear me. Can you hear me, Leo? Am I? Oh boy, sound check is good. Oh, what do we got here?
Well, this is the second mic, so
Actually, a little nose hit. Second mic's up.
Yeah, but I gotta go.
No, I'm good, thank you.
You want a drink, buddy?
No, I'm okay. Oh, actually, can I do like a soda water? Yeah, cool, thanks. I think we might have.
I'll join you.
Yeah, if you can, because I got to go try to fix another camera. Yeah.
Leo doesn't want to join?
Yeah, you can say here.
Leo says no. Come on, Leo. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll do that.
I'm gonna force Leo on.
Make someone.
Here you go, Leo. Come on, buddy. You're up. You work in the TV business. You gotta.
I'm a director, not an anchor.
But you know the teams.
Yeah.
You've curled with Luis before.
So for those who don't know, this is kind of a dry run of our web streaming capabilities. So we are having a little bit of technical difficulties. Luckily, it's a pretty clean end right now. Like I say, we got team ball Podhradsky, Luis Yen throwing a hit on a red rock that's sort of biting the top 8. Thank you. Yeah, so, looks like we got a hit and Luis is going to roll out, so the house is wide open. We got a corner guarding the 12-foot way over on the side, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. But, like I say, this is just a test run of our capabilities. Hopefully, for all future events, we'll be able to do more of this. So, I think our plan today is to we're going to have some commentating going on. We're going to bounce around between me and Kevin Wright and potentially some other people, and we'll, share some stories. Unfortunately, our head ice maker, who does like to commentate up in St. Paul, is actually out on the ice right now playing on sheet 4. So, don't quite know how that happened, but apparently he keeps winning. We got to let him win sometimes. All right, so team just clean's throwing a draw over to the 8-foot away from the guard, but it looks like they're maybe a little heavy. They're going to go through the back. What do we got? Oh, they went through. So, where's Dave Merritt? Dave, you want to commentate? It's just me right now. I need somebody to bounce things off of.
There you go. I'll
join you for 5 seconds.
Oh, okay, perfect. We got it through here.
This is live?
This is live.
Should be live, yeah. Introduce yourself to the people.
That's dangerous.
You can pin it on here.
All right, sounds good.
So we finally found a second commentator. I'm going to have him introduce himself here.
The guy who knows nothing about what he's doing. No, I'm Victor Lee from Broonstones.
So Victor, you're Luis's teammate, right?
Exactly, yeah. Playing on
the
Taiwan.
Yep.
Exactly. So fun stuff. Always good to be here. Fantastic ice conditions.
I feel like we got to talk to Kevin about getting some headphones.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can. I know I've done a little bit of commentating up in St. Paul.
Oh yeah.
And they have headphones that blocks out all the outside noise, so you can hear what all the other commentators are saying. But looks like all 4 games are going. I think we can see sheet 3 and some of sheet 2 here with the camera we're on.
Yeah.
Like I say, Kevin's working on getting that camera. I think we're having some Wi-Fi issues or something here.
Sheet 3 looks like the ice is pretty quick, and everyone's still adjusting to it. Another one just went through.
Are we throwing through the house still?
A lot. Yep.
Nobody can get a rock to stop.
Looks like Red's comfortable with a blank end here.
Yeah. Are they drawn under the guard?
I think they're drawing. If they're consistent, they would go to the. Wait, I didn't see the call yet, but I'm assuming they're drawing to the right.
Yeah. Assume they're not throwing it through the house.
Yeah, that's right.
Not the plan.
Right, yeah. See the line. Just wait. You never know.
Some people like to get in the other team's heads.
First end. Oh, it is the out turn, so they're trying to use the guard now.
The guard. Yep.
All right.
The other thing with headphones is I can hear when you're talking, you can hear when I'm talking.
Exactly.
We're not talking over each other.
Yeah, good point.
But, we're doing the best we can. Like I say, this is a dry run.
Indeed. The weight's much better.
Is he going to get under there? Looks like that's a nice shot.
Pretty nice tucked in. Good shot. So now they got to force a chance to decide whether they want to do that run back. for the blank, or
It stopped sort of just behind the tee line under that guard.
yep.
The back
I don't
12.
think they can see enough to pick it. So if they're
got
concerned,
to-
they might be drawing for one. If they want to be really aggressive, I guess they could run back for the blank. But that's probably just drawing for your one here.
That's
Yeah, looks like what they're doing.
This is Will Podhradsky. I don't know if you guys all heard, but we did a banner unveiling earlier today for our U18 gold medal winners. And Will, his name is on one of those banners. So come on
really
down
cool.
and check it out when you get a chance. That looks like he's just throwing the draw for one.
Early looks a little bit light, so they're gonna hopefully pound this and see if they can get it close. Looks a little bit on the soft
Yeah,
side.
they're pounding it hard. Worst case, you give up, so it's not a total loss.
Yep.
If it doesn't work out. Yeah, it looks like he came up a bit short.
Just shot house. All right.
So team just clean gets one. So it's now 1-0.
Yep.
Let's see any other. Looks like all three other sheets are still playing their first end. So we'll try to report on that a little bit. So you know what I should have done? I should have gotten all the teams' names. I didn't do any research before this, man. Just threw this right on us here. Looks like we got a big turnout for the crowd. We
There
got
you go. Yeah,
quite a
very
few
good
people
turnout.
down here watching. I know there's free Summit EPA at the bar for all members.
I just want to know how Luis's teammate got the name coach. No, I'm kidding.
What?
Yeah, just nothing. Just joking. Let me put it at one point. It's like, no, that's actually my last name.
Yeah. All right, we got Chase throwing. Looks like he's trying to throw a tight center guard here.
Yep. Nice and aggressive. Got there. It's not the end of the world, though. You give it 1 point in the beginning, you still get hammered back. Obviously, you would have liked to score, but
Yeah.
still lots of game left.
Yeah, only the first end.
Yep. Well, I like seeing Red go aggressive right off the bat. It's fun.
Is our IT guy out there still trying to fix the problem?
It looks like
he
he's
is.
still trying to. Yep. So I think we'll call this for this in the house, but let's see what happens.
This looks a little heavy to
Yeah, a
me.
little heavy, a little regular, a little straight.
Hopefully, now we're coming down to the
Should
right
get
side of
by.
the ice so you guys can at least see some of the play.
Should get by with ease. There we go. Not bad. Maybe a touch heavy.
Ooh, yeah, he's
Yeah,
going to
back
stick
four,
around, but
back-
he's going to be just behind the
back
tee.
eight.
Oh, back 12.
All the way back 12. Nice. That's an interesting question, though. It's always like, do you go for the bait and try to hit it, or do you go under the guard? I like this call a lot better.
Coming under?
Yeah, they feel if they got draw weight down, go aggressive.
I don't like those rocks in the 12 foot. I feel like if those are scoring, something else went wrong in the end. So
That's a fair point.
go
Yeah.
under the guard. Try to play for the steal. The other option is maybe throw another center guard a little tighter.
Yeah, good.
I think that's the miss. In curling, I know one thing that a lot of people don't realize is there's always a good miss and a bad miss. in
Absolutely.
curling.
Yep. Pro side does it. Yep.
Yeah. Here the good miss is a little short.
Right.
The perfect shot comes under the guard into like top 8, top 4.
Exactly. Yep.
Good miss is a little short. Bad miss is back house or
It's
through.
a pretty decent enough curl if someone's not throwing tons of rotation that in some cases the top 8 might actually be better than the top 4 because they can
Yeah.
get around it with hack. But this is pretty good.
Nice shot.
Touch heavy, but pretty nice.
Just maybe a touch behind the tee line.
Yep. I think
Essentially
they
right
can
on
freeze
the
on
tee
it
line.
right now. Here we go. That's call. Little freeze tap would be perfect. Shot off from the southpaw.
This is Carl Ball throwing this rock. Coach Carl.
That's right. So that one's
DJ looks like he thinks it's a little
wide.
Now Luis is
Like
on it.
we're going
They're
on
pounding it.
Drag it, see if they can curl it as much as they can.
All right. They made the house.
Like a little hit and flop, I think. So yeah, there you go. They're calling it pretty well.
It's a usable rock.
Yeah. The big question debate is if you know it's not going to get too close to the top of the house, you just leave it up there like a guard and try to use it later
Yeah.
instead of giving them the hit and roll. That's
Instead of
the
hit.
only slight adjustment I might have made, but again, they were trying to pound it, so can't blame them. Trying to go for it. Whether they get this hit and flop, I think Yellow has to start thinking about peeling.
Ooh, is he gonna jam it? Oh, he got it.
Oh, okay.
Nice shot.
Not bad. They could still freeze again, or maybe peel the guard, whichever one they want. Looks like they like the freeze.
He's playing the freeze.
It's probably the right call.
Playing aggressive.
Yeah, it's more fun. Early ends, you can get away with it.
Director Leo looks like he's leaning a little bit. You can see all right, right?
You want to get in? Am I blocking you? A lot of people who don't see the commentators, they don't know I'm 6'7", so I can see everything very easily. By 6'7", I mean maybe 5'5", 5'6".
Perfect. Ooh, this looks like it's going to be a real nice shot.
Very nice. Just lock it on.
Gonna get to nose a little
that's
bump.
really good. Really nice shot.
Little bump.
Nice. I think it frees one more on
Can't
top.
tell who's sitting one now though.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here.
That looks like it might be a measure to me if it comes down to it.
Yeah, I don't think we have overheads right here. No. So they can freeze it. They could do a little tap bump.
Oh,
Unlock it up a little.
here comes the IT guy. We're having issues
on, yeah.
still. Hopefully we can get it. Still working on it.
All right.
Oh boy, he's taking my pad. Now I'm not going to be able to see what I'm seeing.
This is a very nice shot as well too. Got a little separation. Very nice.
Oh, hammer on 4. This is
Maybe inside freeze, change the angle a little bit. That was a very nice shot that they had there. Yeah, let's be careful now.
what do we got? Looks like sheet 4 got a little wide on this. Ice maker Scott. His team did not have hammer. I think Ice maker Scott's throwing yellow over there. Fortunately, there's some pillars in my way, so I can't see.
Yeah. See how much they put on the boards.
I don't know who built this place, but they sure left these pillars out of here. Oh, this looks like another good shot here.
Yeah.
He's gonna get in, a little tap, little tap.
Little curl. All right.
Man, all of a sudden he
bad.
says the weight.
Yeah, not bad. That's got interesting
that
discussion
first
here.
one. Looks like Ice maker Scott team did score over on sheet 4 in the event championship. Haven't posted it yet, so I don't know how many, but they're throwing first, so that usually means they got a point,
Right.
at least. Oh man,
Already a lot of interesting in already.
they got them thinking, don't they?
Yeah.
How much of that yellow rock can you see?
I think they can see them scooch over here a little bit. Probably about full half. At least a half. Yeah. Maybe even a little more.
So if they got around
So
that,
they have a
could-
chance.
They, could
They
back
do
tap,
have a chance. Yeah. It's early enough.
Still not working? Oh, it is working.
Yeah, let's see if it works when I get all the way over.
Yeah.
Oh,
is
nice.
it live?
Worked.
Can people see this?
No, well, so here's how you can. So this is you put that in the preview.
I was thinking we make it live so they can join you on your walk down to the far end.
This is your program.
Yeah.
So you're just doing this. Your program. This is now this one.
So
you can.
we're watching. We're watching. Hi. How's everybody doing?
Oh, hey. It's a 6'7"
Look
Asian
at
guy.
that.
So now I hit the button back.
Can we go back to?
Yeah, back to what's on.
So now we're back on the game. Oh, okay. Leo, you're the director. You got to confirm all this. Are we back on live on the
That's
game
right.
here?
Stream going. Big think already on N2. There's a lot of interesting options it has, but they do have to be careful of that little yellow tab. So
I was busy talking to Leo. What did we decide here?
I think they're still trying to figure it out. At first I thought they're looking at the run. I think they didn't like the slash too much. So
Looks like he's
looks like
getting
he
it
might be
for,
just trying to either freeze,
maybe a backline
change
tap
angle, or
something.
tap inside. Yeah. I mean, they can never get inside just a hair. That's not terrible.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Did it go down?
No,
it's moving.
still sort of working.
Okay. We're getting a live design.
Yeah, it's kind of bouncing around out there. I got it on this little pad here, and I see it.
All right, looks like the shot's off. Hanging a little bit on the wide side, but they're trying to curl. Sweeping for curl here. They want to get it inside if possible. It's pretty close. Oh
yeah, we're good.
Guard.
Just a freeze.
All right, not too bad.
I feel like if you hit that, doesn't it tap and the red gets out of there and you probably sit 2?
It is. I think it's pretty good. You don't need to blast it with a ton of weight either, but yeah. You might even pick up the back red in a way if you're lucky. Be a little careful, yo.
Looks like Ice Maker Scott, his team scored 2 points in the first over on 4 in the B event championship. Oh wow, the yellow team scored 4 over on 5. Unfortunately, I don't know who the yellow team is. I feel like I need a reporter.
I know, there you go.
To go tell me who the teams are.
And on sheet 2, we got looks like 1 red.
We'll get that information here. I might bail out and go see if I can get that.
Yeah. Do you think?
Everybody, I'll be back.
Sounds good. Shots underway. Looks like they may have been calling for the red tap. Looks like it's hanging outside a little bit. Hard seat for curl. They need to go to get a piece of this one. This might be through. Can he sweep enough of it? Oh, good try. Weight was pretty close. Just a little bit wider than they wanted. Now red's gonna probably guard this up and junk it up. They're okay with forcing the 1 / giving themselves even a potential run back of that red biting the 12-foot later on if they need it. But right now, their priority is just to stop yellow from getting any chance of getting 2. So the guard's coming up here, looks like. Shots off, looks good. Seabers seem to be pretty comfortable with it. Maybe slightly on the outside. Looking pretty good. Could probably curl just a hair at the end if they need it. Oh, pretty good. That was nice keeping it pretty level so that peeling those 2 guards at the same time is not as easy. Yellow probably has to start thinking about peeling some things here to give themselves access for 2. The double peel might be there. There you go. Not easy, but with a good weight, both rocks should go, and the shooter should roll. The question is whether they clip that red on the top 12 on the way back and chip it into the yellow. So that's something they want to definitely be careful about. But if you throw it well, they should be fine. Possibly clear all 3 guards. Big shot here. Peel wave's off. Looks like it's turned slightly in. Super's on it right away. And pretty good shot. Pretty good shot to open things up, but that red on the 12-foot did seem to be a chance to spin in a hair. That's one lonely little yellow there. Skipstone's coming up here. Questions whether red wants to tap back the red into the yellow, sit shot, but they got to be careful with their shooters so they don't leave a double back. So a little soft tap is probably a good idea if they want to try to go hard for the steal. Come on down. How's it going? I'm Victor.
Good. Nice to meet you. I'm Stuart.
Hey, how's it, Stuart? We're selling for you, Stuart. You want to bring subs for Nats, right?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, you look familiar, yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw you there.
Yeah, so I was one of the officials there, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So I was saying, I think can't see clearly for this angle, but I think they're just going for a soft tap.
Yeah, I think
Looks
so.
like
Just
so.
tap it at like 2 feet.
Yep. So as long as they control that shooter, they should be okay and not. If they're not careful and roll, they could leave a double.
Yeah,
so we'll see. Soft, hard sweeping.
Just gotta make sure you stick around, preferably on the nose.
And this is an interesting debate because he looks like he's sweeping on the high side of the rock, which some people say curls it more.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't have it quite enough, but that's a lonely yellow in there in the pile.
it is a very lonely yellow, yeah. We don't have an overhead here, unfortunately, so it's hard to tell exactly who's sitting to. But I think yellow is still shot.
Yeah.
Hard to say. Can you tell from there?
I think it looks like yellow to me from here.
If it is yellow, I like this idea of the soft tap, just to give give themselves a little bit of a catcher on the way by, but
Because they have hammers, so they just need to
gotta make sure you don't give up any chance for a double. That would be catastrophic for yellow. So I like the idea. There's just a short tap back.
Just need to set it up for a nice easy shot for 2 on your last.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking the angles are such that if they are able to tap back this red a little bit and maybe just get a little bit of flip.
Yeah. If you
I don't know if you're shot necessarily. It depends on how much they can catch on the inside.
Yeah.
But red doesn't probably have. Well, actually, I take it back. They could, depending on where they end up, they could have this peel to double up the two.
Yeah.
So, they need to be careful.
He's probably got to roll like half under.
Yep.
Just to make sure that he's good.
You want back in? Come on. Yeah, go.
Keep at it.
You can always do it. But you've got the magic lineups now. We can't let that work go to waste. All right. Oh, we want in Clay? You just tell me. Yeah, I like this bet. I think some newer teams would just go for like the heavy hit and take it out, and then they would get the double back, and all of a sudden they can.
Yeah, and if you put the heavy hit and it hangs out a little bit, you might even hit your own out.
Yep. This is pretty close if they can hold it.
Yeah, he's holding it.
Coming close to that top guard, so it's really close. Just
spins off a little bit. Just gives him a draw.
Ooh.
Just a draw in to limit him to 1 fully.
Well, they might even have a chance to.
Yeah, or the slash.
Slash would give them.
Or the slash to sit 4.
I like the idea of the slash. At least you can force them to make at least one more shot for the score.
Yeah, because even if you miss the slash, you're still making him make a hard shot for 2.
Yeah.
So.
Nice. Like an elevated booth here to see above these guys' heads.
Yeah. Just covering up our view a little bit, but it does look like he's trying to slash here. So
Yep.
Need to hit a piece of it thin. Looks close.
Looks pretty close.
And he kicks it out real nice.
Nice kick out. Wow, that's a good shot.
Draw to any part of the button for 1.
Just take a piece of the button for 1. Again, we don't have the overheads here, so it's hard to see if they're backing it all. It looks like they might. The question is whether they can use the Can they freeze on the back one and still be shot? I don't know. It's hard to tell from this angle here.
It'll be close.
But either way, I think you're just going for the draw the pin and just let your sweepers do it.
Yeah, it looks like he might be trying to hit though, which is a
little
little risky because if you hit it outside, you could be giving up 4. But if you make it nice, it's just whatever. At this point in the game, it's just whatever he's most confident in.
No, absolutely.
So.
I feel like the hit and roll is actually a little harder than the draw, arguably speaking.
Yeah, because it
depends again, like you said, what the team's comfortable with. Too, yeah. You ever catch the wrong side of it, you're gonna go underneath through the roll, or you don't roll enough. But we'll see.
Looks like it's hanging out wide a little bit. They're on it for curl. Oh no, it's close. They're on it for straight now.
Yeah. It's got to curl more than that. Yep.
Oh, and he hits it wide.
Oh, okay. Well, it looked like it was a steal of at least 2,
and it looks like
maybe
a
3.
steal of 2, maybe 3. I don't know.
2 for sure.
It might be a measure for the 3rd.
Right.
Or
I guess.
I don't know what they called it.
Let's see what they agreed to. That was a good try.
Yeah, it was a good try. He got one of them out, so.
Yep. All right, big lead now here, so I guess they should go top 4.
He just told me it was 3. So the score is now 4-0 with Red leading. Team Banye.
My guess is this team's gonna keep it pretty open now at this point.
Yeah, they'll probably throw their first couple in and then just start hitting as soon as they can peel.
Yeah. They pretty much need that corner guard now.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised they left that top 12. Usually if it's not going to be, I mean, at that point they might as well just carry it further a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, I think here
they still wanted centerish, which is fine.
Here we're likely to see double corners, I would think, with needing, or maybe even just singles, just try and take your 2. I think
it depends on how high up or low this first one is.
This early on, you can probably get away with 1 and just take your 2 and then force them, and then take your 2 and force them.
I agree. Yeah. See if they can do the peels cleanly or not. If they do, then well, yeah. So it's running. The sweepers want nothing to do with it.
It looks like
gotta check up. Made so do so.
It looks like it stopped
just in time. Good. It's almost in exactly the same spot that it was 2 ends ago.
Yeah.
Slightly more to the right. That's gonna dump another one inside. Probably aim for top 4, top 8.
Yeah, probably just come under that other red and just keep stacking them until they can peel.
Not bad, a hair deep. Not bad.
A little deep, but it's deep enough where the freeze is.
It's got the force of the issue. Okay, now now Will's getting aggressive, which makes sense. You gotta get some points here now. So
you gotta get your 2 here.
Started using your corner. Really get this one buried here. Because if this is not at least second shot, they can start peeling. Do anyway. Soon.
Yeah. Looks like they were on it from the start. They were on it for straight, so it looks like it will get by the guard. The question is, how deep will it go?
All right.
It's pretty good, and they can get it behind it fully.
Commentating duties? No, you're good to go. It's fine.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
Next end. I'll take over.
Next end, you take
Next
mine.
All right. So I'll have it. Nobody's watching this thing anyway, right?
People want Clay. I hear them calling for Clay. It's all the chants in the background. Clay. That was a pretty good shot.
Yeah, that was a really good shot.
Ideally, would have been second. But I think they get this free extra draw now.
Yeah, they're just gonna sit 3 in the middle of the house and then start peeling. So
this is where that 5 rock free guard is always helpful because it's not worth the pick to them.
Yeah,
to jam on the guard. So this is the good call. I like this call.
Yeah, I like this. I like this call. Just keep putting them in, and then I think we'll likely see a hidden roll attempt to roll to the open side and split the house. This one now because if you keep drawing in, eventually the Reds just get to be too much.
I mean, they're lined up now that if they can throw a good peel at this, all 3 will go.
Yeah. It looks like he's just going to try a draw for now, though.
Okay. The idea would be if you could theoretically peel all 3 and stick. Even if they peel the shooter, you're still getting your deuce.
Yeah.
But this is okay. Little more risky.
Yeah, I mean,
a perfect freeze helps obviously a lot.
Perfect freeze.
A big miss could be
really good.
Almost game ending. So far, needs a little bit of extra
needs to curl a little bit.
Looks a little heavy too. Oh, just missed the back one. All right.
Oh, it goes a little deep, but it's still in the house. And
I think Red can put another one in or guard it. Yeah, exactly what they're just showing now. Yep.
Yeah, they're now sitting 3. So
I think, frankly, you freeze on the shot rock. I don't. That's gonna take at least 2 shots to clear everything. Unless your name is Kevin Cooey.
Yeah, I think you can just hit the ones like they're doing, or you can just draw another one in there. And they're choosing to hit just because you can't score if you don't have rocks in play. So
this is also a good call. If they're peeling right now, I like that too.
Yeah.
I hope they're peeling. Yeah, they are. Yep.
It looks like it's good.
You can always crash on the guard. Doesn't matter.
They're staying close on it, which means that it's probably close.
And they might even get the little roll here too, which is very nice weight.
And then just has to get much of the roll. And that's really
a very
good.
nice result.
That's right where you'd want to draw it, and you.
So I think now Yellow has to start bailing. Yep, there you go. Good call.
Yeah, he's got to just start trying to clear him in the hopes to get his 2. Now
unfortunately, that little yellow biter is might be catcher at the end. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah.
All right, good clearance shot here would go a long way. Shots off.
And they're on it right away.
On it hard.
It looks like they will get 2.
Oh, that's a nice shot. Nice double.
2 of them do go.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, that yellow is now kind of hard to remove because it might jam.
Totally usable though.
But it's almost acting as a guard right now.
Red's still sitting 2, so going in can't hurt.
What's one? Do you know? No, that's T-Land. Oh, yeah. Look, Brad Howard is down there. He's holding.
And
I didn't quite get the roll that they were looking for, but that's right.
A little more of a roll.
I think Yellow's got to run this also. Yeah, they need space.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to make a couple of Reds go away here now.
I mean, I like that. I like this call. I mean, the one in the back Yellow's not really helping you anyway. So
yeah,
at least clear this, get yourself a path. Make sure you can score your 1.
Yeah.
If you can get the double, fantastic.
Just got to make sure you score here because giving up another steal is the only thing that you really can't do right now.
And even they straight peel, they've got 2 passes to the button, so I like this call a lot.
And they've got just need to make the Reds go, and they're sitting pretty good.
Oh, this one's outside.
It's outside.
They're curling it for a piece. All right, I think it'll just get enough to peel.
Just get
good.
The piece.
That works.
Yeah. they're going for the open hit on the yellow.
Yeah, I
Try
think
not to jam.
just maybe normal weight or something here.
Yeah. Just have to hit it on the right side there to make sure that it does not jam.
Right. Pretty decent. I think they can just. Oh, there we go. Good sweeping. Just enough.
And it just squeaks by with a little tap, but.
But yellow should be, I guess, happier than they were just a minute ago because now they've got a lot more options than you did before.
Lots of doubles here. So they just got to hit one
If
of
they
them.
can get a lucky couple doubles here, they may even still have a chance at 2 / a blank. But
Yeah.
all depends on this shot if they can make the double or at least get a roll.
For sure.
I think they're going for the straight double,
Yeah.
not the run back double here.
Yeah. Nothing too fancy here. Making sure they get 1. 2 is a nice bonus. Looks like they're close.
Pretty close. Good shot, Luis.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Oh, very nice.
There by
Double,
Luis.
and they stuck it around. That's where sometimes one of the other supers can stick close by and kind of sweep that other rock to kind of get it to curl back for sure. But they got that one to stick, so very nice shot. Oh, and sticking around for second and third. Greg's going to play this conservative. Oh, sorry, going up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're gonna maybe trying to hit and roll in, or they're maybe. I don't think so, but it looks like he just looked at the double, so I don't know.
I think it's a hit and roll.
Yeah,
the hit and roll would make sense.
The hit and roll makes a lot more sense here, so I would think that he's probably doing that one.
Yeah, I think it's a hit to the roll to the center would be perfect. They just gotta make sure they get rid of it. They're up 4, so
Yeah, with that way, it's the hit and roll. So
forcing is always fine. Blanking is fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't end.
Did you introduce yourself at least? Okay, good.
Luis is rapidly signaling for on him. We know how much of a dastardly curler he is. There's your shout out, Luis.
now they're going for the hit and roll. It looks like, or maybe the draw. Looks like they're looking at both of them right now. I think they're going for the hit.
Yeah, I think I like this. Like hit and roll a little bit away, so you try not to give them a double back.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you get your 2,
Yeah.
you're back in business.
Yeah.
So with this ice, it looks like probably at least control and weight, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Alrighty, shots off.
It's looking close down the ice.
Yeah.
Maybe needs to curl.
Very
a little
good.
bit.
They can curl it a little bit. Don't want to jam. It's very close to jamming here. They can just get it.
And just gets
Nice.
enough. Just gets enough of it to get by.
All right, not bad. The double's still there, but I think they'll probably take it on.
Yeah. Take on the double.
Yeah.
Make sure you get one of them though.
Even the hit and flop is not the worst option, but if they can get the double here, that's ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say 2 now. Yeah, a little bit of comeback. A little comeback here. We'll see. Chance of the blank.
You got a chance to get 2 here, right? If it doesn't double.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Chance 2 or blank.
Yeah,
Worst
there's-
case scenario.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, looks like there's a blank here, which is not.
You just gotta get
gonna
a
win,
thick,
but
thick high side half should do it.
Yeah. This is definitely not a loss though if it is a blank.
Super on and off.
Looks like it's a little wide. Doesn't
Seems
get
like
enough
it's
of it though. Maybe he might get it over top.
And just got it.
Does get it over top.
All right, I think we know what's coming now. The blank.
It looks like he might be trying to take
Is he
his
going to take one now?
It's a little too early for that,
I think it's a little early. I would probably blanket still here. It's only the third end.
Yeah, it's only the third end. You don't.
And they're playing what? They're playing 8 ends in this final?
Yeah, they play 8 ends, so they got plenty of time to come back 4 points.
Pardon me. Don't hit anybody. Don't hit anybody.
My bad.
My bad. Stuart.
Looks like he's signaling for the draw.
Yeah. Stuart, Clay, what do you guys like? You like the draw or you like the blank?
I think you just blank.
No, you keep talking. It's not over yet.
Well, we're asking you. What do you like? Do you like the blank or taking one?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Okay. So it seems like we have a consensus here.
Yeah.
I mean, the nice part is taking one, you get a point.
Yeah. Taking one, you're on the board.
Go big or go home.
There's no way to screw this up.
Yeah.
That's true.
Either you blank or you don't.
You just top the red in here.
Yeah.
That'd be a miraculous anomaly.
Oh, looks like he's playing the draw. A little heavy though.
They wanted to get into it.
Looks like they're signaling that it's a little heavy. Looks like it's close though. One of the sweepers is saying it's heavy. One of the sweepers saying it's light. Now they're both on it. Looks like they're just gonna clean it in, just clean it into the house, and a nice draw for one there. And
got his one.
Yeah, and I'll hand the mic back over to Clay.
On the board.
I know everybody's thinking, oh no, Clay's back. But you know,
I think you
get what you get.
Freedom.
What was that?
He's back. Free from almost my voice, but not quite yet.
All right, I'm gonna try to clip this onto my thingamabobber. Hold on a second.
Lapel, yeah.
There we go. All right, so hey everybody, I'm back. I spent a little bit of time running around, getting some info on the teams that are out there because, as I said earlier, I did not do my homework on all this stuff. So, just a little report here on sheet 3. We're watching. We got the A Flight Championship, Team Podhradsky Ball versus Team Just Clean. The B Flight Championship, which is over on sheet 4. We got Heavy Pebble versus the Button Bombers. The C Flight Championship, which is on sheet 2 here. We got the T-Liners versus Team Big Stones. And sheet 5, the D Flight, we got Team Pound the House versus Slippery When Wet. I'm going to see if I can give you a little score report here too, so hopefully everybody followed that. Sheet 2, C Flight, we got the T-Liners throwing red, Big Stones throwing yellow. Yellow team, which is, hold on, I gotta read the Big Stones, looks like they're up 2-1 after 2 ends. You guys can see the sheet 3, it's 4-1 now. They did get that one, right? They
did take the one, yeah.
4-1 after 3, Just Clean is winning. Over on sheet 4, Heavy Pebble, that's Ice Maker Belovich. He's throwing yellow rocks, and I can't see their scoreboard right now because, of course, Scott's standing right in the way.
Right. Yellow has 4 points. I think I can't see how many. Well, we'll see if they have 5 points.
I think they got one in the second too, so I think it's 5-0.
5-0 looks like right.
Heavy Pebbles up, and on sheet 5 we got Slippery When Wet throwing the yellow rocks. Pound the House throwing the red. Looks like yellow Slippery When Wet is up 4-1 after 2 ends. So there's our score report. So how about that?
Well done, Clay.
Hey, you know, I'm amazed I could read my chicken scratch here.
Or swell.
All right, back to sheet 3.
Yeah, back to sheet 3. So there's a big debate here over at the.
A little treat for you. We had Stuart Strack in the last end. We're going to have Mason Gensel in this end doing a little commentating.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah. His name is also up on the banners that we unveiled. So
that's right.
Got to get a picture with him. You know, everybody wants to see him. So looks like he's coming right now. So I'm going to put him on. Here we go.
Mason, you want to go to Clay? You can do it. All right.
I got to move around. Introduce yourself.
Here we go. The man, the myth, and the legend.
Now.
Hi, I'm Mason Gensel. I'm the skip of a junior team. I'm from Chaska here. Yeah.
I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit so you guys can read it too.
Looks like we got a draw coming in here.
While we're waiting for them, a big congratulations to you again on
Thank
the
you.
amazing accomplishment. That must have been pretty cool to see the banner come out now, right?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So this draw here coming a little, overcurl a little bit here, crashing the guard. Yellow's got a good hit and roll opportunity here to get the reds out and sit 2.
So basically, we were debating before you got. I don't know if you were able to see the game that they had the opportunity to take 1 or blank. So what would you have done? N3, you take your 1 or your blank?
I think it's kind of how you're feeling in the game. I personally like the blank, but sometimes you're just like, we just got to get a score on the board and help us get going a little bit is kind of a good momentum starter for you guys. So just taking 1 sometimes the right call if you're just trying to get points on the board, but I think I personally like the blank.
There you go. I did. Yep, I agree with you. I personally like the blank, but like you said, sometimes you just got to shake things up and try something new and see what happens. But good call. So
looks like
honestly, it hasn't been too bad for them actually. That after taking their point, now they're actually getting a chance to force the issue a little bit.
For sure. Yeah. Looks like the other hit overcurled. They rolled out, but got the red out. That's the most important part.
Right, straight PO. They might get both of them in this here.
Stuck around, so that's
just
good
jammed a little bit. They got lucky. But still easy draw to the 4 foot. Actually, full 8 foot at this point. So no big threats yet to.
Looks like if they keep going well, they could get a nice force and take camera back and try to get 2. So
exactly.
Just slowly working back at it. They still got a whole half of the game left. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Still lots of game left. See, this one, I think there's some debate. I don't even mind. When I'm skipping, I don't mind sometimes just biting the top of the top 12 here so that they at least have to think about it a little bit. You put a high guard, they can always either choose to peel it out or they could rip the side one. Most people just rip the center anyway, which looks like they're going to do.
I almost don't mind splitting the house on the other 12-foot side and just making sure you get the force.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing.
Just put it on the T line on the other side of the 12-foot.
Yep. Hard sweep for the peel. He should be fine.
Looks like he has it.
Good, nice clean pick. We'll see that probably for another 1 or 2 more rocks at least.
Looks like Will's gonna put up the center guard. Hopefully try to get a steal out of it.
Yep.
With the center guard, you just gotta hope for a miss on the peel and then you can hopefully draw under.
Yep. I mean, the good news is he's putting it high. He does obviously have a lot of respect for his opponents and their theoretical run back ability, so we'll see. We haven't seen any real run back attempts yet so far, so TBD. But if you're going with this one, I'm just like, the big debate is, do you just go, you bite, hope that they maybe nose jam, and then you come around anyway, even though it's not your stone color.
As long as you're not leaving no easy doubles on the yellows,
exactly.
Is the main point.
Yep.
I got sheets, what sheet they're on, what flight it is, what color each team is throwing, and what league they're from. 2, 3, 4, 5. Just if you want to report on.
All right, not a bad throw. Good center guard. They're gonna rip it again.
Yeah,
I actually like it higher up here because then the jam possibility is a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think peeling is a good call here.
But it should still be a no-brainer peel.
Do you think they're always peeling, or is there ever a point where they're just gonna draw under and try to score?
I would say either last vice or first skip rock, they might go for it. But right now, I think they're okay. Just one more set.
Depends on the situation you're in, but if you're feeling comfortable with your draw game over the other people, I kind of like drawing under sooner.
I do too.
Trying to just get more points on the board and putting more pressure on, because even getting 1, just bringing it back to where they were, because they just had 1. So.
Agreed. That's a good point. So they try to put it back again one more time. and assuming this is made perfectly, then that's where I think your question comes into play. Where I probably start to draw and push the issue.
Drawing,
yep.
Yeah. If you're red right now, you're feeling pretty comfortable. You're just trying to.
Oh yeah, you got the full
hit and draw if you need to, but.
Yeah, red's got no trouble right now.
Yellow's where they're starting to feel a lot of pressure, trying to just get points on the board is their most.
Yeah, when you're up 3, you just don't want to clutter house. That's all. If you can avoid it. Oh, so they did go in this time. Interesting. Maybe just a hair heavy.
Red's looking at the double here.
Honestly, I don't even think you need that right now.
Yeah,
it's
honestly,
nice bonus, but hit and roll is perfectly fine.
Hitting
too.
and rolling under the red sitting shot is really good, and then if you end up just like under curling or something, if you're a little heavy or something, getting the double's probably the miss.
Right. No, I like the hit and roll pro side. You roll a little bit extra, but. And that way you might even get your 2.
Looks like it just like jumps on the curl. It just starts curling at like halfway down. So you got nose, just a little off nose. So now if you're yellow, you're putting up another guard, or do you think now's a good time to draw under?
I would draw under. I think you gotta try to go for it. That's why the edge one is so important in this case, because I think they can afford to do it now.
I honestly don't mind drawing the other way, just so then if you do poke a little piece, it's not the double's
easy.
Not there.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I like your thought.
Because I think you're always going to bury a small chunk, and even on this, wide's always the miss.
Yep.
Instead of narrow, you just don't want to
Totally
crash.
agree. Cannot crash. Yep.
I'd personally give a little more ice.
I was just going to say that. I just think this is min exactly literally what I was thinking. We were practicing on this ice a little bit earlier today, and obviously conditions can change, but I was putting it
Carl's
more or less where that was.
Just motioning for more ice, and it looks like Will agreed. So.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Like you said, your pro side is always on the out, or on the high side rather.
Just anywhere in the rings is really good here.
Line looks perfectly fine. Maybe a little outside of anything. The weight, on the other hand, we'll see. It's got a curl.
Looking close. It looks a touch heavy, and it's got a curl.
Yep.
Finished really nice.
Yeah, just a couple feet heavy. Hey,
what do you like here?
That's an interesting question. I actually, to be honest, like a hit in a big roll. I don't like the small roll, which small roll they have a freeze, right? So I like that. Exactly what he was just showing. I like this hit in a roll. Roll away, roll long, whichever one. Yep.
Kind of depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to score, but even ripping the double, like the yellow double, is pretty good here too if you make it. But if you miss,
you miss it. I think I'm just thinking I'm up 3. Why?
Yeah, exactly.
Why risk that necessarily?
If you miss, it makes it a really good steal opportunity for 1 and possibly even 2.
Exactly, so. and no one's thrown this line yet, so that's the other reason I'm. I mean, if you make it, obviously it's fantastic, but
yes. Even if you make it, you're sitting behind the T line there, so they just have a freeze.
Exactly. That's what I'd rather. You're up 3. Don't give them any chance to kind of weasel away. You know, they still won here. It's still tough, but it's a totally different game.
Looks like they're motioning for the curl right now. It's curling in pretty good. He's got a piece of it, and he rolled out.
So this is interesting. What's your understanding? I don't know what you guys have trained on. I was noticing that they're sweeping low side for curl. I've been taught it was high side for curl, so I'm curious. Obviously, they're trying to do different directional sweep. I don't know how much you guys are doing directional with these legal pads. Are so different.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's kind of, I think you don't really know much about the directional sweeping yet. I think it's mainly preference, because like a lot of people are just changing things here and there.
Yep.
It's changing every day.
Yep.
So
No,
it's
all right.
kind of just a preference thing at this point, I think. So either or is pretty good.
Yep. Yeah, we're watching some of your research out there to see what's up there, and it's tough because some of the stuff that we're seeing is if you're using the recreational pads and you have scratch theory, it's one way of sweeping. If you're using the legal pads, yeah, there's a few people that might be able to truly scratch it, but a lot of them are saying now you change it up a lot.
Especially as us as juniors, we don't
Yep.
get as much pressure on the broom as a lot of these like adults are
big
getting.
guys, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, we kind of experiment with it at practice. I guess we're practicing, we'll just like, oh, let's put a sweep around this, let's try to curl it and see what it does best.
Right,
And
yep.
we'll change the broom angle, just if we like to knife it or like the
Right,
regular way.
Yep.
Just see what works best for us and as a team, and we kind of just go with that.
Yep.
But it still changes, like maybe it
Oh,
works
it's
better
so much-
this time.
Yep.
Even the ice surface could make a
Yes,
difference.
yes, it can make, absolutely. Still a lot of unknowns. That was a good try.
So Will, the skip, is actually a teammate of mine.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He's the second on my team. Him and then our coach, that's wearing the coach uniform, Carl. They're playing on a team. Will's skipping a team trying to go to the Youth Olympics next year, and I'm also skipping a team for that too. So I think he's kind of doing this league for more experience with that. But
Makes sense. Yeah, it's great.
they end up doing really well. So
Yeah. 8 goals, right? So, hey, not bad. So it looks like they hit it for their one. I wasn't really, I was watching the other sheets, but yeah. So, comfortable one. Good throw by their skipper. So it's now 5-1 and 4. Red leading on sheet 3, our feature sheet. The other games are still working their way through their third end, so we'll keep you updated.
So sheet 5 right now.
5 year old.
Yeah, sheet 5 is tied 4-4.
4 dead.
That is on sheet 5 is Pound the House versus Slippery and I don't know the other team.
Which one? Oh, it says slippery when wet. We're working it. We're working on it.
And then sheet 4 looks like it is 6-0. And I think yellow is up, and that is Heavy Pebble is yellow and Button Bombers are red.
Oh, for sheet 5, yeah. Sheet 5 looks like it's tied up there at 4 apiece.
And sheet 2 is yellow is up 3-1.
Yep.
Hey guys, we're gonna have Leighton and Brooke take over when they're done each coming out of each
absolutely.
right?
So the person just throwing this yellow stone right now is my coach. Looks like he's trying a corner guard. Looks like he's coming a little heavy though.
Ooh, that's a little unfortunate.
I think just really getting guards in this situation is really good.
So critical. Yeah, your pros can always be light. So what's your team's preference? Do you guys like doing the 2 corners split across the house, or you like the 2? Obviously it depends on whom you're playing and all that kind of stuff too,
Yeah.
but generally speaking.
I don't know. I don't like 2 corner guards. I like just playing the same side in like a double corner guard.
Yeah. Yep.
And now with the no tick rule, I mean that's not with leagues, but like competitive play.
Yep. The double centers more.
It's kind of like if you watch a lot of the curling games, if everyone's making shots, you always see the people playing the corner guards going towards the centers.
Yeah, exactly.
So just with not being able to take a center guard, it kind of makes hard to play to the corners. So I kind of like, even with Hammer going to the centers now, I mean it's kind of an aggressive play, but maybe early game I'm going to the corners, but when you get towards like the end of the games, I'm going.
I agree. Yeah, that's sort of my style as well. It's just go to side. Once you get to maybe the last 2 ends or so, plus or minus, if you got to go really hard, use that no tick roll.
Looks like Carl made a good adjustment,
Yep,
making
very
the
good
guard
adjustment.
on this next one. Looks like Red's calling for the center guard here, trying to bring the plays to the centers.
Honestly, I don't even mind another one inside if they wanted to do so, but yeah, the guard's good too.
I think with a 4-point lead, it's really, I like going in, trying to make a hit game, because when you can, you're obviously going to peel the yellows. And just get rid of the yellow rocks. I think going in the house, giving them extra guards, kind of aggressive.
Right. I mean, just make
it's kind of risky.
More guards, you give them more chances to get out of trouble. I like the freeze or top 8 even.
Exactly.
All you want to do is make it because you know what yellow wants to do is the hit and roll anyway. So make that as hard as possible and take advantage of the fact that you're up 4 right now. Halfway through. There you go. That's it. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect shot.
I think that's the best situation you could do.
Very standard theory. Yeah, I like it.
Looks like he's calling for a hit and roll.
I think he's going for the hit and roll. With the ice, he can't be doing the draws. So it must be the hit and roll. Yep, looks like the hit and roll coming.
I personally like going under one more time.
I do too.
Because you just got that center guard. That corner guard. You can hit them eventually.
Right. I mean, because you really have to make this roll perfectly now.
Looks like it's a little wide there. Luis is going hard on the curl, and now it's coming back.
Pretty decent. Good sweep.
Well, that's really good.
That was pretty good. They can still see maybe
it's showing a piece
rock,
there,
maybe.
but that's a really good attempt.
That was a very good attempt. Yeah, I think they can go for it. They rip the guard, no big deal.
Yeah, he just called for the one in the house. It looks like they're playing a somewhat lighter weight with the broom.
Yeah, it looks like you can see about a half of the rock at least.
He said it looks like the skip showed that getting the guard is totally okay.
Yep. And that's
so that means being narrow is always the miss on this shot.
Yep.
And that's looking
which they
like
are.
how it is. Yeah.
Actually looks a hair light, if anything. They got it by. It's just a question of...
Yeah, they got it by. So.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot there. I like how where they left that, because that blocked the draw path for the corner. I personally...
I do not like this double.
Yeah, I personally like playing the hit and roll.
Hit and roll,
under.
absolutely. Hack waiter, maybe bump ray. You guys went up?
Yeah, you guys
come on down.
Make sure you introduce yourself.
All right, we're going to tap out and give our wonderful subs here an opportunity.
I'm Leighton Hines. I played on... Well, I got shocked.
It's actually good.
Hi everybody. I'm Leighton Hines. I played on Team Gensel at this year's U21s.
Hi, I'm Brooke Drew. I was on Team Ryhertruck, and we won U18s and also went to U21s. So we're just commentating at this point. So they're going to start with the drop. Ooh.
That's a nice shot there.
The sad miss on their half.
I like the peel here, sitting one, up by a couple points.
Yeah, I think the peel's a great idea, especially to try and open things up and get that yellow out for sure.
Can you bring it down there and stop for
Ooh,
that one's rough.
Doesn't seem like it's curling too much so far. So Team Just Clean is up.
Leo, Director Leo, can you hear him?
I'll check it.
Or so you can pin him to your shirt too. You can pin him right there.
Don't worry, I'm going in and out.
You want to do it?
No, I got it. I'm fine. Just gonna team it up with you, buddy. I go in and out. Don't worry. So they're going for the hit here. We'll see how this ends up. They might have a little roll on this. which is great to especially like split the house to make it hard for
That's a
the other
nice shot
team.
there.
Yeah, it was a great shot by Luis. So they're going for the hit right back to see if they can at least try to get that yellow out.
Looking like it's got a curl here.
They got a nice roll on that. It's still in, which is great for Team Just Clean. Looks like Team Podhradsky is going for a freeze on the red to also steal another rock in play.
I like this call. I think it's good.
I think this is also a great call, especially to try to make sure you get two for sure.
Yeah, you got to make sure that you're going to sit two and that you're obviously nicely frozen.
I mean, they could always hit the red, but I still think that just freezing to it to make sure you have a specific two is definitely the better shot out of those two. Looks a bit up from where we're sitting. It still has a way to curl.
Yeah,
Looks like it's coming down.
It's got to move here.
Yeah. They are sitting two, which is nice, but it's not completely frozen. They still have like another foot in between. It's not too bad. Still a great shot, especially if they're sitting two.
Yeah, I think if Bonnier can sit one here, I think it's a great opportunity to get a force. And
the hit for this is definitely the right call, especially to try to outbeat that yellow and just stick. Going up with maybe about normal weight.
looking like it's got a curl.
They sadly aren't shot rock right now, but they still do have a really good chance of trying to get out that yellow, that other yellow in the house. But let's just see what Will is planning on doing. He looks like he's planning on trying to freeze on this new red. I also think that's still a great idea, especially if they know the line and they kind of know the side more, especially with the freeze white.
It's a great team shot, the freeze. Really got to make sure everyone's on board, knows what we're doing.
Did you guys find my notes about all the other sheets?
Yeah.
Hopefully you can read the handwriting.
We're good. They sadly left it short, which, I mean, kind of.
It's not the end of the world. You're still sitting one.
It does give Red a better shot to try to get two here, but I mean that's gonna happen, especially if the ice is a little light or not.
Oh!
They're definitely gonna try to bump it and try to at least sit two here, which is definitely a great call to try and go for.
The other thing is you can just draw into that little pocket. So you're moving them in 1-2, you can hit something later.
Just hammer. Not hammer, Yeah, Wall's hammer.
So they're gonna try to get this one out of there so they can try to sit 2. Which is definitely, for sure, the right way to go on this rock, for sure. It looks a bit up.
Looking like it's got a curl.
Definitely, yeah. Sadly, they do miss. They do miss on this shot. It just didn't curl as much as they were hoping, for sure.
He's gonna look at.
Dill's gonna try to
and roll to sit 3.
Even if they just hit it out and stick, I think they'll for sure get the 2. At this point, I guess they're just trying to hope to stick in and stay. Even if they don't roll, they've just got to stick just to try to get 2. At most, they just need to hit that
I think you definitely got to go for it. You're kind of running out of time with ends.
Even if they just draw in, that's also a great possible shot. I mean, they have the whole, they do have the whole house to try to get into. Honestly, I would prefer the draw on this one. Since Will Podhradsky just threw the freeze, I think he definitely could get his weight down.
Yeah,
he might have backing if he needed, but I think the draw would definitely be a better shot on this.
Yeah, I don't mind the draw because you get your 2, and you have 3 ends to play. You just gotta make that 2 points. Obviously, if you make it, it's very good. But if you miss, you're in a lot harder of a spot than if you would have just jawed for 1.
I mean, if that top yellow was sitting on the right, I would say maybe hit that out to try to get 3. But I mean, he just threw the freeze, and he should know the weight from his last shot. So I would think he should do the draw for sure, other than just try to go for the hit, because it looks kind of like a messy hit from here, from where I'm looking behind the glass.
I don't know how much weight you have to play for this run to work.
Mason, one of our past commentators, brought up the run to try to go for 3 on this one. I mean, it's definitely a great possible shot for them to try. They could get 3 here, which it looks like they might be going for it, actually. Even if they get 2, I think that's still a pretty good outcome, especially with hammer, to try to get some points to catch up to Team Just Clean.
I think you definitely need to get your 2 here. Looking like Line's got a hold. He's good. That was a really good shot there.
It was a really good shot. He almost had all 3.
I think you probably could have
thrown.
thrown.
Got the 2, which is great.
I think you probably could have thrown less weight at it and make sure you suck that back one, but that still works nicely.
Yeah, I do agree with the lighter weight. If he had lighter weight, he definitely could have gotten all 3. Just sadly rolled out just due to the weight, which still a great outcome, especially for getting 2. So they're only behind by 2 at this point, which is really
coming with that inside out spin. You don't really need much weight to roll in just to bite.
Really well played in by Podhradsky there. So now they're going to start up.
Go over the other scores. I'm going to the other scores. All right, on our other sheets here. Sheet 2, we have the C flight. Yellow, the Big Stones is a Wednesday team, up 4-1. On sheet 4, in the B flight, you have Yellow's winning 5-1. And on sheet 5, the D flight, Slippery When Wet against Pound the House. Yellow, Slippery When Wet is up 7-4.
So here back on Podhradsky, the boys started off on a T-line guard. Definitely a great way to start, especially when you don't have hammer. Just Clean is going for the drop behind to try to stick right behind. Really great shot by them.
Yeah, that's a really nice shot.
So it looks like they're gonna go for a draw here, or a freeze even, which another way to keep the end rolling.
Yep, you don't need to be shot rock here.
Yeah, it's only the start, so pretty much just try to get everything in and see what sticks. Looks a bit heavy. Does need to curl a little bit though. Weight might be really good, especially if they tap it off to the side a little bit.
Just gotta curl a bit.
Yeah, really great shot.
That's pretty nice. I really like this call here.
They're gonna go for the freeze back on Podhradsky.
I do really like this call. It sets you up for the end. It makes it look really scary for Yellow here. He just threw the same shot. Shouldn't be too much of an issue here.
Weight looks really good. Maybe a tiny bit heavy, but it still looks like a great shot, especially if they're trying to freeze on that yellow, which they tap it back a little bit, but it's still a nice end that's been set up so far.
I don't mind this call.
Looks like they're going for the guard here. They are sitting currently.
Getting your one's not bad. As long as you execute the rest ends of the game, you should, in theory, have a tie at the end of the game.
I think the guard on this one is definitely the right call for sure.
It's got a carry.
Does seem a tad bit light, but it looks. I think it's a great shot.
I was just listening to you in the office.
You guys we're gonna have them bring us all the way home. Okay. Are you guys okay with that? You don't have to.
I don't care.
But you do. Because nobody else from Bannerman is here.
So they're going for the peel here. I think they're gonna try to go for the double peel. Even if they get one, that's still pretty good.
Looking like you're
The double
getting
peels
one.
definitely could have been there, and they get one, but it still makes for an open house, especially with the reds and tapping them back. Looks like Podhradsky is going to try to do a little bit of a hit and roll to even try to guard up their yellow. It does kind of leave the back red open for the other team to freeze on, but I think they're just trying to make sure they clean everything up and try to get those reds out.
Trying to play a little bit less weight here, control it.
Definitely trying to keep it a little bit safe. They have to make the roll, otherwise it's going to be a little messy if they hit that red to the yellow.
This one's going to be close.
It looks like it might need a curl, actually. It's a pretty good shot. That was a pretty good shot. I think yellow is definitely still sitting here. Red is a close second. Looks like they might open up the top guard, which it's a great idea to have, especially keep everything open and clean since they do have hammer and they are technically sitting one.
Yeah, I definitely like peeling it off now as early as you can. Obviously, yellow's got a couple in the house.
Looks like they might tap the yellow back. Oh, okay, so it goes through the house, which great peel by Team Just Clean. Podhradsky is going to go for the freeze to ensure that he keeps his rocks in play and just to make sure, since he is shot rock right now.
Yeah, the freeze is the right call. I don't think you hit. I think it leaves, obviously with Team Just Sweep with hammer, gives a lot less pressure towards them.
From what I've seen on the ice looks, it's like, it seems to slow down a lot faster than usual, but I still think it's a great ice.
When I was trying to give information to the other seats, I was saying that.
Looks like it comes up just a little bit light, which is still pretty good because they are still in the house.
So it works just fine. This run can get a little bit risky.
They're going to try to go for the run of the yellow to try to at least get maybe one or two out to just try to clear some of those yellows out of the house so they can be shot rock.
Looking like Lion's got a hold.
Looks like Lion is curling a lot. They do get 2 rocks out, but they get one of their own and one of Podhradsky's.
That's on the end of the roll with hammer.
So it looks like they're going for maybe draw top 8. Even for just like a lighter top house, I think is a great idea. It just to ensure like they guard up their own rocks, and so the other team does not have a run back, especially with their red. It seems like they're going to try to go under the red a little bit just to make sure everything's guarded up and they have a better chance of getting a steal here.
Leaving a double here makes it a lot harder for yellow to, operate during this end.
It does look a little bit heavy, maybe back house.
A little wide, I think.
It's just not curling as much. Yeah, definitely back house, maybe even through. I mean, it happens here and there.
I'll tell you what, Biz,
sure.
I'm interested in what Bonnie will call here. I figured he would call the run, open it up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're going for the run again. And maybe they're going to try to get 2. Definitely 1.
I really like this call. It's not the most precise shot in the world. You got a couple mistakes that'll work out for you.
Does got to curl a little bit more. They end up just peeling them out, which is kind of a loss. But, I mean, I really like that call on the last one, especially to try to do the run back, because they for sure could have gotten both out, or at least one to try to even out the plane here.
This is a tricky draw here. This in-house guard. If you over curl too much, you obviously leave the in-off double, and if you're not over enough, obviously you can leave just the straight hit or the run. And again, one double here changes the entire end for yellow. Looking like it's got a curl.
It's definitely got a curl here. The weight looks like it's definitely a good weight. Maybe a bit up, but I still think it does need a curl a tiny bit more. Even with it in the house, I still think that's a great shot. Even just touching would have been great. It just helps ensure that they at least get something, but I feel like they're gonna Team Just Clean is definitely gonna run that yellow back to at least hit something else out, including the rock that they're hitting off of.
Yeah, no, I think you definitely run it. I think you gotta throw some weight at it, make sure at least 1 or 2 go.
Yeah, there definitely could be a triple here. It's definitely a lot harder, but they could at least get 2, again, even 1. As long as they hit something and try to get it out, it's still a great shot from the team.
Obviously trying to set up your hammerstone here.
Looks like they're going to try to hit it just off the center and try to ensure some of the angle on it.
Any double here really takes the pressure off of Team Just Clean.
Definitely needs to stay straight on this one. It looks like it's curling a decent amount. He's holding it really well. They're for sure going to get at least 1. They do stay in though, which the lighter weight I thought was a great idea for sure. To at least get something out and maybe possibly stay in if any, which they do, so.
It's not a bad shot there.
From what Will Podhradsky was saying, he wants to hit and roll. Even if they just hit and stick and try to keep something out there.
I don't really like the hit and roll, you know, because giving up 1, I think you really need to try to force a steal here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I wouldn't mind them going for a guard or even just like a top house draw to try to keep as many rocks as they can in the house. I mean, the hit roll is also a great idea, but they are already sitting 2, so I wouldn't mind just a top house. Looks like his other teammates are also saying top house, which...
Yeah, the front end really seems to like the in-house guard.
I do think it is a safer option out of
I think it's definitely the right
could
call.
happen.
Puts the pressure on.
Yeah, it does really put pressure on them. Plus, they have more of a possibility of actually trying to steal here.
Yeah, there's a couple spots that'll work.
His other teammates are still pushing to try to do a top house. Looks like they are going
I like
for the
this call.
shot.
This is the right option.
It's definitely one of the safer shots for them to go for, especially for Will's last shot.
Yeah, the hit and roll is a much harder shot, much more risky. And it doesn't really, it's harder, it's more risky than the draw, and obviously drawing accomplishes the same thing.
So far, the weight looks like it might be a little bit up. It does seem like it might be slowing down just a little bit, but still looks
Line
pretty
might be a
hot.
bit tight.
Still not a bad shot.
Not that
It's a
low,
little
but
bit hot, which it still turned out. We'll put it that way. Looks like the other team, Just Clean, is planning on trying to maybe hit and roll or the hit and roll for this team I definitely think is a great option, especially if they sit. As long as they sit, try to at least in the middle is definitely a great idea, which I think that is their plan for this end. So for their last shot, they're going to try to do a hit, maybe roll to the inside.
I don't think there's a draw option here, but if there was, I would definitely play the draw.
They definitely do have a hard shot for their
He looks tight.
last one.
Line's got to hold.
You do have to hold it pretty hard, but I think it's a great shot. Ooh. They stole one,
And
so
Team Podhradsky ball seals one in the 6th.
pretty good end played by them for sure. Definitely put the pressure on Team Just Clean. Definitely played really well by both teams, especially with it very open like that.
As we go into the 7th end, Team Just Clean is up 7-6, or not, is up 5-4.
You guys want to rotate in? Whoever wants to sit.
I'll stay on you.
Nice job.
Alrighty, I'm Mason Gensel. I'm back on it again. I just commentated a couple ends ago.
Come up with stuff. Just saying, it doesn't have to always be about.
Looks like they had a good seal one last time, huh?
Yeah, that was a nice end by Team Podhradsky ball.
Brought them back into the game. So the report for the other games, it looks like on sheet 5, it went 3. Yellow scored 3 and then red scored 3, so they're tied up 7-7. Sheet 4 looks like it is currently 8-1. Yellow is up, but yeah, yellow's up. And sheet 2, it is 5-4, and red is up by 1. Back to our feature sheet here, we have, looks like red tried drawing around the somewhat center guard and just perfect weight, just came a little wide. Yellow's looking to make a hit and roll under the guard, put a lot of pressure on red.
Defensive struggle.
Close, got by the guard, good sweep. Looks like it overrolled a little bit, but that's okay as long as you get the guard out, or the red out.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
So me and Leighton, the other commentator, are currently teammates right now. Leighton's our lead. We just got back from the U21 Nationals in Boston, Massachusetts about 2 weeks ago. So that was a fun time. And then the skip of yellow here is our second. And then we have Stuart Strax, our third. He was just commentating a little bit, like the first couple ends here. So.
Mason, you forgot Carl.
Oh yeah, Carl's our coach. Carl's the lead on yellow.
It's amazing how I've gotten to the point, I got to the point long ago where it's like, I love the curling season, but when it's over, I don't need the curling.
I can agree with that.
Looks like yellow's looking to place like nice hack weight, come around the guard, trying to get a nice roll under. personally, I think you can come a little bit more than hack, but if that's what you're comfortable with, that's pretty good. I kind of like a nice board weight shot here, but
Yeah, Rice isn't moving very much. He looks a little wide.
looks like it like stays pretty straight at first, and then it just like breaks really sharp at the end. But yeah, that's how it was at the beginning. But now it's not really breaking as much as it did.
Yeah, Ice straighter as the game's gone on.
Looks like he got the red out, which is the main goal. Looks like yellow rolled out of the house. Red is looking to peel the guard here. I think making sure you're hitting on the right side of the stone. You do not want to jam your yellow into the yellow and have another yellow in the house. Looks like he was a little narrow there. He just got it right on the nose. It's a good opportunity for yellow now to roll under their guard that they just had and hopefully get another force or another steal.
He's gonna double the centers up.
What do you like? Do you like this call?
I don't mind it. I think you can put the pressure on by playing the draw.
Either I think top 12 is the best call here, in my opinion. But I don't mind this call. It just gives the other team a good chance to get the forfeit before you. Then you're chasing them. Instead, if you make the draw, then they're chasing you. But I don't know. If you make this good, it's still pretty good. If they miss, they have to make it perfect. The other team does, but. Looks like DJ made a good guard, right where Will wanted it, so it's pretty good.
Think you can make it over top?
Your main goal on this peel is just to get the one, like just making sure you get the top one's really good. Getting both is really good, just making sure you get two that leave. One being your shooter and one being the shot you're hitting.
That works just fine.
Perfectly okay. You can't get too aggressive and making sure a rock or two sticks. So if you go for the double and you end up jamming and your shot sticks, that's really bad. But now if you're yellow, you just keep guarding and guarding and guarding, hoping for a miss. Then you keep guarding until I think the skips last is when you want to start going under, unless red decides to go under.
Yep, that's how it says probably going to play out. It's going to be a first to miss kind of end.
Both teams are probably feeling a little bit nervous right now, but I think Yellow's probably feeling a little bit more comfortable than they were towards the beginning of the game, but they still have to make every shot. Red's probably starting to get a little more nervous than they were just because they're starting to miss and Yellow's starting to figure them out. So
looks like it's coming down.
Need a water?
Which one is that? It's not.
That was unused. I think that was yours, Kevin. You don't have a water? You don't have a water? Yeah, it's right there.
it's like they're having Aiden Oldenburg trying to get the peel here.
This will work okay.
Yeah, that's I think what they wanted. I think going for the double peel, you're always getting one sticking around, so making sure you just get the top one.
Yeah, there's only one. There's only one way to make the double peel. You have to make it over top. It's pretty hard.
The most important one to get away is always the top guard in this situation because the one closest to the rings is so much easier to run back than the top guard. So just if you have to run it, but. Luis putting up another guard. Looks like they just wanted like a 1 guard.
Look like it's gonna be a little bit heavy.
I'm looking at a little heavy as well. If it's gonna stick, I think you just leave it. Otherwise, I don't even mind calling, like if you end up being heavy here, calling on the straight side so you don't obviously get on the guard, but trying to bring it behind. This is now leaving a double peel. It's still pretty hard. It's really easy to make one of them stick around.
I can't tell if that yellow on the back can jam on that back yellow.
Ooh, I was not looking at that. I don't think, didn't look like he was looking at that either.
I've had that. Just you have a bad day and
I guess we'll see right here.
either way they're getting paid.
Looks like he might get nose, which will, it's a little off nose. Did not jam.
Did not jam. That's not a bad shot.
I think Will's gonna put up another center guard here. I think if I'm yellow right now, I don't even mind drawing under their corner, because giving them 1, you just don't want to blank. I think blanking is really bad. I mean, it's not terrible, but I think either you scoring 1 or them scoring 1 is the ideal situation, or you scoring more is really good, but you just can't have red score more than 1, being so you can have hammer in the last end.
Yeah, the blank is probably one of the worst outcomes besides a big end from team just sweep.
Exactly, yeah. Them scoring anything more than 1 is not great. 2 you can work with, but anything over 2 is really, really bad.
2 puts a lot more pressure on though.
2 is even pretty bad. I think giving them 1 would be the best situation. Even better than you scoring, just so you can have hammer in the last, will put a lot more pressure on them.
And on sheet 4, the B flight wrapping up with team Heavy Pebble winning the B flight.
Congrats to Heavy Pebble. Sheet 5, it looks like red scored 1 in the 6th end. It is currently the 7th end, so it is Reds winning 8-7. Ooh.
Pressure's really on yellow right now.
Just clean, tried making the peel. He came really thin and got pretty lucky that that came out, but he ended up making it okay, so that is perfectly fine. It's close to missing. So Will Podhradsky coming down to the hack right now to throw. He is trying to draw under the corner guard, trying to leave a force or him to make a shot.
Yeah, just gotta make sure that you're in the house behind that guard here.
Just making sure like you're in the house, make him make a shot. I don't even mind if it's half open. You just don't want to blank here. DJ's on the curl side. Luis was saying it was a little heavy at first. Might still be, but I think you want to just make sure the line's good to curl it under.
I think it's got to come down a little bit.
Looks like it's got to sit a little bit. It's starting to sit. DJ's going on the curl, so it looks pretty good.
It's good to end up back 8 foot.
It's not bad. He's showing about half of it, looks like. We'll see what he decides to do here.
Yeah, you can, from the hack, you can probably see almost all of it, or 3/4.
So what red needs to do here is make contact and roll out. What yellow is either A, flash, B, over curl and crash so you get 1, or him rolling out is pretty good for them too. you just don't want them to stick.
I think sticking or rolling out is not a bad option for Bonnier.
Yeah, sticking's really good in yellows. He's going hard on the sweep. He might stick.
And it's going to get by and probably roll out.
He's going hard on the sweep out. And he did indeed make the roll out.
We're going to get the blank.
So great shot.
As we go into the 8th end.
That was a blank end. So it'll be
no scores. The score is still 5-4 in Team Just Clean's favor.
So now if you're red here, you're feeling really comfortable this end. Yeah.
Hi, it's Brooke again, and I am back. Looks like it might be a little heavy for start. It might slow down though. Might be a 3, maybe 4 even. Did you say heavy for 1?
Yep, and Team Podhradsky ball. Team Podhradsky ball going hard for steal of 2.
It just stops very short of the rings. Thankfully for Team Podhradsky.
Wait, is it a full extra? Is it a full?
Yeah.
Now Team Just Clean is behind that and try to stick one in there and try to get some points here to help block off Team Podhradsky.
If Team Podhradsky ball does score 2, there will be a full extra end. There's only 1. They just
If they do end up getting 1 and tying up here, it is a whole other end. Team Just Clean just ticks a little bit off and stays in the rings. Team Podhradsky is going to try to go in and try to stick it in there. Try to secure at least a point in the house.
Brooke, you want to talk about your season this year?
My season this year, my team did really well in U18s. In U18s, my team won gold, which was a great start to our year for sure. For U21s, we unfortunately got 5th, but it was still a great experience to for sure do U21s. So right now, Team Just Clean is going right in, right behind that yellow there. Might be a tiny bit heavy, but still a great shot.
So I'm back again. We got Leighton here too, so we have all 3 of us here.
Mason, do you want to talk about your year this year?
On what? Sorry. Yeah, we had a great year. U18s, we took bronze this year. We did better the year before, but we're still happy with bronze. We had a lineup change and someone leaving our team, so we were happy with how that worked out with the different roles. And then U21s, we did better than we hoped. Well, our goal was to make the playoffs, which we did, and then we ended up having a really good 3-4 game, but ended up losing it. Close game, but we did pretty good.
So Team Podhradsky ball is trying to freeze, maybe tap it back a little bit, which they successfully do. They do leave it open to have the red team try to hit it through the center of those.
Pretty good shot by Podhradsky ball. Just a little bump on it, but this looks like it's going to be an exciting end so far.
Looks like they're going to try to clean up some of the top guards to try to open it up a little bit more since they do have hammer. Ooh. They try for the double to try to hit that yellow out.
It's not what they hoped, but it's not terrible.
It's still a pretty nice end so far. No terrible shots.
I really like this call. They're hoping to put it top 12 here. I really like that call.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, get to that yellow from coming outside. I think it might be there, just with a lighter weight. Like even playing back 8, back 12.
I think if you're top 12, if they have that shot, that is okay because you can just place it back and even in a better spot.
They do always have the freeze into the red or even just try to draw. If they leave it up light, I still think that would be a great shot as long as they try to guard something up.
Pro side's always the light here. Being heavy and tapping your yellow is not great. So just leaving just a guard is really good right now.
Does seem a bit light, but I think it's going to end up where they need it.
Did end up being light, but just a guard is what they need here. They just want guards, so that is okay.
I think playing the freeze on the red, I think it might leave a pocket for Bonnier to sit one and a nice pocket.
Looks like he's a little wide. They're sweeping for straight, so it might be fine.
So they are trying for the peel, maybe try to get the 2 here. It does end up guarding their yellow.
Jamming 2 of them, which is not great.
It is pretty guarded up for yellow. They're going to try to go for a 3rd guard to try to keep that yellow for their shot.
Do you like this call here?
I do really like the call. I wouldn't mind even just like a top 12, even a 3. I think it's just a great shot. What about you?
I agree with what you're saying. I think where he called the guard, I mean, yeah, they're playing for they just need 1 to go into the extra. If you're yellow right now, you're not going for the win. I mean, that's good if you can, but you want to make that on your last. You're just trying to get your 1. So that's probably what he's thinking. But I think putting it anywhere in the rings here is pretty good. Like, if you come top 12, I think that's really good. And if you end up even frozen, that's pretty good.
I do agree with that.
It's going to be interesting for yellow because if they do only get 1, they're just going to have to play this whole end over again, having to steal 1 to have a chance.
Looks like he's coming a little light. With them wanting a guard, light is totally okay.
Looks like it might be a 1 guard, which, I mean, still a great outcome by yellow.
I honestly don't mind it where it ended, and because he wanted it like a 3 guard on the center line. I kind of like it where it is better than what he called.
So Team Just Sweep is just going to go for the peel again. They're going to try to make sure they at least get 1, maybe even 2 out of this.
That's a pretty nice shot there.
So he tried peeling. He got rid of 2 of them, which is really good. They did stick 1 around. I think I like just drawing top 8 right here underneath the guard, or like top 12, just showing half of both, just like Christmas tree it, right where he called it.
I don't mind a guard here for sure. Still pro side light, especially with it going for like a 1 or 2. In the house, not a horrible shot. I mean, it does put pressure on the other team for sure. And
I think with the situation, I like it top 12 here. Like, I mean, a guard's okay. But I kind of like it in the house because I think they're no matter what peeling, then you just replace. But if you end up getting a guard and they can somehow get out that yellow, you're in big trouble. So I think just putting one in the rings is your kind of rescue rock if they get your yellow out. So sheet 5 is, I think they tried making a really hard slash. I don't see what ended up happening, but I believe they're putting up the score right now. It is, red got 2, so it is 10 to 7.
so Team Just Clean is going for another peel to try to open it up again. I believe they're going to try to maybe go for 2 here, maybe even just 1, especially just to try to keep it open.
He did get both of them, so that is a really good shot there.
So
That's
yes,
a really good shot with a lot more pressure on Team Podhradsky ball.
So now yellow's just guarding to save their life right now, I think. Will called for top 12 over there. I think you just put up like a 2 guard. Just put up a 2 guard and make them run it. Because if you put it top 12 there, that's just leaving a double for them. Yellow shot, so that really helps. And with that red being in the back there, if there is no guards in play and Podhradsky ball has to come and freeze to that back red, will make a lot of pressure on red on their last shot to try to win the game.
yeah, especially if they try to put up a guard here for now and then maybe come in later. I think that will definitely give red a harder chance of trying to steal and win this. Definitely puts a lot of pressure on teams right now, especially with the outcome that could be possible.
Do we have a lot of viewers? What's that? Is there a lot of viewers?
We got 2. we didn't really smoke this. So I think
I'm sure you'll get views like later, like people only watch it.
I would watch it.
I didn't know this happening.
What would you guys want to throw here? A guard or
I dislike this happening. I like the 2 guard. Like discarding your yellow.
discarding the yellow?
Because top 12 just leaves a double for
With them going in house, I think it's going to be a lot easier for the other team to try to maybe throw a double. Even if they left it like top 2, definitely would have been a better idea for sure.
Looks like they're trying to curl it. Might be coming a little short than what they'd like, but as long as it looks pretty good actually. It's kind of where they wanted it. Now yellow's just either getting the single top 12 one or even just the one in the, or getting the double is pretty good too. So. Looks like yellow, they're all smiling and laughing out there, so they're still having some fun, so that's good. Red's taking it a little more serious. So.
Looks like Red's going to go for another hit, maybe try to split them out and just try to pick them out to make sure it leaves an open shot for either team.
Shot coming down, looks close.
Looks like it's curling a lot more.
It was curling, and then they got in the sweep, and now it looks like it under-curled. So now the question is, does he want to make that top 12 shot again, or does he want to put up a guard? Now I like the top 12 for sure, because then it makes just a hard draw. But the problem is right now he has that yellow there, so that red there, so the red has a better opportunity to draw. He has a little bit of backing, and it might be shot. But
with the top 12, I also wouldn't mind the shot of them freezing on it to try to stick in there for sure.
I think top 12's best, like just right on the center line. But if you end up coming like frozen to leave like a hard double, that's pretty good too.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't also mind the top 12 for sure. As long as they make the same shot, it's definitely going to be harder for the other team to.
Because I think always making the other team shoot a double for the win is usually, I'd rather have him throw a double than a draw in my opinion. But
it looks like he's a bit heavy for what they needed.
Which might be okay because they might just go down to the freeze. It's checking up pretty quick here, it's looking like.
Yeah, it's slowing down a lot faster.
Now it's just got to curl. It's curling really hard right now. I think you got to go straight here.
I think they've just got to leave it at this point.
Just got to sit. Oh, that's a really good shot there by Will.
Looks like a great shot from Team Podhradsky ball. Looks like Team Just Clean is going to go for the freeze on.
So now they're looking at either the draw or if he wants to play the hit. I don't really know him that well, but he just threw the double. So I think I'm throwing the double again just because in situations like this, you kind of have a lot of pressure. So if you have a lot of pressure, you tend to overthrow things. So I'm personally throwing the double, but it's all preference here. Whatever the person throwing it wants to throw is the right shot. There is no right or wrong call here. It's whatever he wants to throw.
Definitely a lot of pressure on him right now. Obviously, it's for the club championship. I would be nervous.
It's a pressure game.
So shot is being delivered. He's just got a bite button for the win. I think, well, half button actually for the win here. He's looking a little heavy, but they are sweeping it, so he's looking really narrow.
Looks like it. I think it's also going to be
really
a good
close.
shot. It is really close to the front yellow.
He has backing, so oversweeping is not bad. I think he's made it. A really nice shot there.
Wow. Great shot by Team Just Clean.
They're looking at it, so it must be close. I think in a situation like this, you should just swing it no matter what. Luis is thinking it's yellow. He's pointing up at us that he's thinking it's yellow.
I think you always just measure it every time.
It's looking like they might
especially in a situation like this, it's for the win of a game. And there's a lot on the line. It's the club championship, so and they're calling for a measure. I think.
Looks like they are going to measure to try to see who.
This came to be a really good game with them being down 4-0, coming back, and now having a measure for who's going to win the club championship is really good.
It's either a win or a tie at this point.
Oh yeah, that's right, win or tie. An extra end would be really exciting here.
Hopefully push the rocks down and throw towards us.
And it is yellow with being a lot of cheering in here.
So they will be going into an extra end.
So there's going to be an extra end here now. And that's a big momentum change also for yellow. So yellow just stole, so they have a good chance of doing it again, and they've done it a couple times in a row now. So they're looking excited. The other team is looking a little frustrated here. So.
So we are going into an extra end to see who gets this.
Bonus curling, huh?
Oh yeah.
It's exciting.
You just gotta do it again.
Yellow's hoping to do the same thing here. And Reds, I guess, trying to do the same thing they just did, but a little better. He was really close on that last draw. That was a really good attempt. So I mean, he did what he could.
That's a rough miss from. That's a rough miss from their leader. That puts a little more pressure on his end. Having his big guard and obviously having one of their Reds starting in the house.
Both of these teams, they all are very experienced curlers. They've all been in situations like this before. So I don't think there's many people feeling more pressure than the others. So they've had the experience. Almost all of these curlers out here have been in competitive at some point. So they're all really experienced curlers.
Looks like they're starting off with the hit game so far. Definitely puts a lot of teams on with the pressure, especially if they miss a rock or anything.
Yellow, it looks like they're called to put up the center guard here, so they're trying to bring the game of play into the centers, which is what you'd want without Hammer, because then they don't have as much to throw at for their last. It's always cool to see finals have extra ends or even close games. It means they had the right teams in the finals, so.
Especially really close games.
Right, and if they're really good teams, really close games are always fun to watch, so. Got some good curling to watch here.
A guard undercurled a little bit. Not the end of the world, but always not the perfect make.
That's totally okay. It looks like Reds deciding to draw under. I don't mind the call.
Yeah, it looks like Red's trying to put up another stone in house to try to get 2 here.
Looks like they're going down. I have no idea what's going on, but
definitely not a bad idea.
My opinion, what they had was the line was a little tight, but it looks like they're just meeting with each other, trying to decide some things, see what they want to do, and coming into this end, have a little bit of a plan, so they're not going into this with a empty mind, I guess.
I mean, they could either go under or try to split the house. Definitely would have Team Podhradsky and Ball a hard choice to make, for sure.
What do you like if you're red right here?
If I were red, I honestly would go for a split. That's just how my team would have worked, and that's probably just one of my preferences to have the other team choose, since we would have Hammer.
I totally agree. I think if I'm red right now, I'm just going to the other side, just T-line right on in the 12-foot. So then, because then it's not playing towards the centers, because Yellow's goal right now is to bring the play towards the centers, so then they don't have a wide open shot at the end. It's kind of a preference though. If this team's better at draws, I think they can outdraw them. If you get one under and just having them chase you is really good, but I personally like going in and then peeling once you can.
Looks like a really great shot by Team Just Clean. They got it right behind the yellow, which ends up really well for them. It does give Team Podhradsky Ball a hard choice to make. I think he would be throwing the hit right now. I think he's trying to go for maybe a double or even just opening up that top one.
I personally do not like this call. I mean, you do not have Hammer. I kind of like freezing to the rock they just threw, trying to sit shot, because this is just hitting more shots. So I guess they're not hitting. They're putting up a guard, which I guess that is okay. I just don't love it.
Yeah, apparently. So they are going to try to go for another center guard to try to make it more of a messy end. I'm a little surprised by them not going in or hitting.
Ended up not being in a too bad spot. I think it curled a little more than they'd like it to, but Looks like Eric's going for a nice double peel here, trying to hit the one that he's throwing at first on the left side, rolling into the one on the left, and then spinning up out is the hope.
Really great shot by Just Clean.
So now they're sweeping hard to try to get that out, and now Red is sitting in a really, really good situation. I think I'm putting up one more guard here, and then eventually towards the end, if you have to, you're just trying to freeze to that one that they have in the house to make them try to make a draw. Have you talked about your team much? Have you talked about your team much?
Looks like they might be going for another guard here to try to bring everything to the center.
Yeah, so Brooke, the one that's talking to us, she's playing with Will, which they're trying to compete for the Youth Olympics coming up this next season. So her and Will are on a team, and then I'll be Leighton, the one that was commentating earlier. They're on a team together, and I'll be their opponents for this one.
Yes, I will be playing with Will, the one who is playing right now, Will Podhradsky, and as well as Leighton, one of the other commentators here in the upcoming Youth Olympic playdowns.
Yeah, me and Will have been teammates ever since we started curling, and I'll be have to play against him for once, so that'll be fun.
Yeah. As well as Carl is Mason and Will's coach for this past season. Looks like yellow is going to try to go for the draw here, right behind the red. I honestly think that is a good idea. I mean, I wouldn't mind them trying to hit something out, but I think trying to put something in the house to try to secure a point here is the right choice.
I like this call. I think putting a draw under, wait, they're drawing under, right? Yeah. I think making a nice draw under. White's okay. Leaving a guard isn't really terrible. Will's running up. Looks like he's coming really light here.
Yes, it does seem like it's really light here. Might
hard to get over. Okay, they are over.
A guard. I mean, not a bad shot. Another guard is not too bad for Team Yellow.
So Aiden Oldingberg in the hack here is looking to make the double peel. I think by the way they reacted, it looks like he called the guard instead of the draw in his last, which I personally like to draw instead.
He does get all 2 rocks out and loses his shot rock as well. So now it's just an open house with both of those reds in.
Very good shot by him. That was perfect. He caught a little bit of the other one on the other red corner guard. He almost got that out too, which would have been a bonus. You don't need it out, but that's really good if you make it out. It's probably not going to come into play, but it's not going to come into play at all now where it is, unless he's playing some sort of like in-off. Which in this situation, I don't know why he would be playing an in-off. Sheet 2 is also tied right now. They are tied 6-6 in the 8th end. And it looks like sheet 5 is wrapping up. Looks like red won that, so that would be sheet 5 is Pound the House won the D flight. So congratulations to them.
So Team Podhradsky ball, they put up another guard, and Team Just Clean is going to go for the peel on this again. They're going to try to keep it very clean, and they're just going to try to keep it very open since they do have hammer in this last end.
So red is just hoping to just get any guards out of play. That's all they're doing. They have 2 in the house. They're feeling really comfortable, and yellow's really hoping for a miss or a stick. So red's just making sure when they're peeling, they're not sticking around. They just want to hit the stone and roll all the way out. And yellow's hoping for a stick.
At this point, if I were Team Podhradsky ball, I would go for the freeze on that red in the top 4.
I kind of like putting up one more guard, and I like making that freeze on your last. But
I don't also mind the guard as well.
Either or is fine. Trying to make the freeze now. If you do miss, they're gonna hit it. It's gonna be another one sticking around. You might not have it on your last, but if they do miss, having the freeze there will be able to make you throw it again, and you're throwing the same shot instead of a guard and then a different shot. So it might make you feel more comfortable on the second one.
Yellow is for sure under pressure here. They're all at the other end, trying to pick out a lot of the top house is thinking for the freeze as well.
As they're talking about this, sheet 2 is red's throwing their last shot as yellow has hammer. Looks like it's coming down pretty nice here. Maybe a little heavy. So yellow has either a hit or just the draw with backing for the win on sheet 2.
I don't know.
By the broom, it looks like they decided on the freeze. I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like they're throwing the freeze. If you make it, it puts a lot of pressure on them, makes them make a shot. And then if you're corner frozen, and I think they would most likely just hit it, yours might stay on the center, then you guard, and then you're sitting your 2. You're sitting your 1 with a guard, having him make a really hard shot at the end.
At this point, I would think they're trying for the freeze. If it is pro side light, I don't think that's a bad idea, especially if it's a guard. Looks like it could be slowing down a little bit.
The freeze is really good. So all of the cheers is sheet 2. Yellow made the shot for the win. So yellow as in the big stone, big stones. They are the Wednesday at 8:45 league. They won the C flight. So congrats to them.
Team Podhradsky ball does come up light on that. They are sitting second rock, though red is even more buried on this. It looks like they might be splitting the house, even or just a top 8 rock. I think honestly would also be a good way to go for the team.
So the sheet 2 that yellow ended up beating was the T-liners. So everyone is done curling now. It's only the sheet 3, the featured A final. Congrats to everyone who's played. They've done well so far, and congrats to everyone who's made this as well. A lot of talks going on, trying to figure out what they're trying to play. It looks like they're looking at just putting one top 12 to make a harder draw. Or top 8, my bad.
Definitely the nerves are getting at them, but still looks like they are keeping it nice and cool. With this shot, they would definitely have to try to get behind the yellow a little bit because yellow does have that run back to the red. It looks like they are trying to split it up a little bit, for sure. Maybe in the top 4, top 8. I think are both really good shots. Looks like they do go for top 8 off of the center line.
It's a pretty good shot, I think. You have to try to get that red out. I think just trying to play the double, making them have a really pressured shot for the win.
Do you ever just tap your yellow nose?
You could. That's really good if you make it. It's just a really hard shot. I think always, I actually don't mind that call because if you're a little heavy and end up rolling under your thing, under the shot they just played, that's not bad. Besides, they're running their color and they don't even need to stick around on it because they have other rocks in play.
Definitely a very pressured shot for Team Podhradsky ball. They do have some pretty good options here. There is the double and that yellow run back to get that red out. Both kind of hard shots, especially when in this pressured situation.
I mean, you could. Yellows could also just draw to the button, which isn't bad. You have to make any shot you're playing here. That's the thing. Like, it doesn't matter what one's harder. You just have to make whatever you throw in.
With the draw, they would for sure have to be buried. But if they were to do a draw, the red team also has the run back to hit that yellow out. Again, it's a pretty complicated end to this for Team Yellow.
Both of these teams, this win means a lot to them. So all teams are feeling nervous right now, having a lot of pressure. They're all really fighting for this. So.
They're all still trying to decide on what shot they think is better. I don't really know what shot they are going for.
I think they're looking at the tap, but that line looks like the tap might be, they're playing like more weight. So maybe they're trying to tap into the red and then maybe trying to get a nice small roll under the red. So that's more of like a hit weight, but maybe like hack. But I don't know, they're still talking about it now, so we'll see what they throw once he gets down here. But what do you like to throw here?
Personally, I think the tap is a really good idea, only because you can definitely get buried between that red and your own rock that you're hitting with. Especially if you get that red out and just roll a little bit to the center, I think it could end up as a great shot.
Yeah, I agree. I think the tap, you have most margin of error with it. Because the draw you have to make perfect. The tap, if you end up coming a little light, just tapping to shot, that's fine. The sweepers can carry it. If you end up being heavy, you have the backing onto the red. So you can tap it into the red, that's fine. If you make it perfect, just corner frozen, there's no hits, then red's either tapping or drawing. So I think there's just a lot more space for you to miss with this shot than there is any other shot. You still have to make it perfect, just like any other shot, but there's just more room to miss on this one.
Looks like they are going for a lighter hit weight, maybe around hack.
Looks close. Luis is really trying to curl it here. It's got to curl a mile.
Looks like it's not going to curl enough. Oh. Looks like they hit all the yellows out.
Fortunately, Will missed it.
Really by both teams. Really great ending. Team Just Clean wins by won in the 9th to Podhradsky ball.
They had a really good fight. They did really well. Both teams are really good teams, so.
Still a great ending to the A fight here on Sheet 3 at Chaska.
Yeah, go ahead and just wrap it up.
All right, so this is the ending of the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in, everyone who came to watch. It was fun talking to you guys and keeping you updated. So,
Bye.
Jason Gensel, and this is everyone else, and thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.